So hello and welcome back to GT1 for the penultimate round for GT1. Tonight, once again, I am joined by FTRL Jockey Sport. Hello.
Good evening, Zach. Good evening, everybody.
So, this evening we have Monza for the Group 4 race, and for the Group 3 we have Sardegna A. So, Monza, obviously, Temple of Speed. We have not as many corners as you usually have for Group 4. We're going to be seeing a lot of close battle, a lot of slipstreaming, and hopefully an awful lot of overtaking. Hopefully.
It's going to be a very quiet night otherwise, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those tracks, if everyone's a bit distant from each other, it's going to be a long evening for us. Hopefully we've got a lot of battling to keep up with. In terms of some bits to note this evening, we are missing SF Racing, who's at work again sadly, so we're missing one of the Lamborghinis. CJ has moved to PC, so good luck to him in all the PC racing leagues. I'm sure he'll be taking part in a lot of them. And also the final wildcard being used tonight, so we have the Citroens using their wildcards for I think that's the final one this season, so which makes it a lot easier for me and Carl next week, that we can keep an eye on manufacturers and any of the championships at the end without having to do what I've done last time and calculate wildcard double points for championships, which was interesting to say the least last season. Makes it a lot easier for us, doesn't it?
A lot easier. We don't have to do any maths in like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So that's quite got a whole week to sort it out.
Yes, thankfully. So we're going to be starting in a few minutes, but I might as well give a little run through of where we stand in the championship. If I jump on Tom's section earlier on, so I'm just going to grab it quickly. So Tom is leading the championship, I know that alright. He is leading by I think it's about 20 points. I'm just going to double check that. It's 21 points. Tom is leading by over Iggy on 163. So it's going to require a bit of a mammoth effort from Iggy over the next 2 weeks to catch up 21 points. But possible, definitely possible. Group 3, Mighty Iggy is leading T Smith by 2 points. Both of them have used a wild card, but T Smith is dominant in the Group 4 Championship. He's winning that by 19 points at the moment, so barring any mistakes, he should have that done. The Pagani is the nearest Citroen. He's on 24 behind, and he has his wild card still to use, so he closed that to about 14, 15, but even still, Tom might actually have that done by tonight.
He doesn't seem to grumble when he's under pressure, does he, Tom?
No, not really. He's just it by now, isn't he? For last season.
Yeah.
But in terms of manufacturers, so Dodge is well leading that, so they've took that. Well, Leon have got that already. That's 400 points they're on leading. The nearest challengers are Citroen and 254. They haven't used the wild card, so it's not over. But unless Dodge have a bit of a capitulation over the next 2 races, they should have that quite comfortably, I'd imagine. It's quite close behind that though. You've got Mitsubishi on 240, Alfa on 212, and Lamborghini on 162 just behind them as well. So, we've got qualifying just about to start. Who are we expecting to be up there tonight? Monza.
Oh, I think it's going to be Citroens against
Dodge.
Dodge, I think, yeah.
Lamborghini might be a bit stronger than usual. Alphas,
I don't think they'll last as long though. Yeah,
Alphas are going to struggle, I'd imagine. They're not the best on straight line tracks. Speed. It's kind of similar with the Mitsubishi. The Group 4 hasn't really got the pace. Actually, forgot that. I've also got Frome missing this evening. That was a late one as well. I forgot about. Frome is also missing this evening, so one of the Mitsubishi drivers as well. The Mitsubishis are one of the cars that are good in the Group 3, but the Group 4 is not really got the outright pace of some of the other Group 4 cars. And whether it be the straight line track, Mitsubishis are the slowest in the straight line. Well, they have good acceleration.
Yeah, which means for nothing round here.
Exactly. Definitely doesn't count for much round here. So we're definitely expecting there to be quite close between the Citroens and Dodges, I'd imagine. Tyres shouldn't be an issue around here, it'll be an easy one stop, I'd imagine. Usually Monza's quite an easy track with tyres, isn't it? Usually.
Yeah, there's the odd squiggle every now and again, but the majority of it is just flat out speed. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
If you're smooth with your cornering, you don't have a problem.
Yeah, there's not really many corners you actually wear at, because when you think about it, chicanes, as much as they're tight corners, you're going at that slow speed. It's usually more high speed corners where you lose a lot of tyre wear, and to be honest, you've only really got Scary and Parabolica really that high speed.
Yeah, it's just watching a lot of Mitsubishi going off track at the back.
Yeah, like a line of cars. Slipstream can be a little bit more beneficial around here, but Group 4 cars with Slipstream, they don't have a bigger effect as Group 3 cars. Group 3 cars are a lot quicker, obviously, so Group 4 cars, you do gain, but probably round here, I'd say it's probably worth about 4-5 tenths. I'd say I've not.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. I mean, the Alphas have got to use it.
Yeah. Iggy's the first. Start his that.
The only thing the Alphas have got is that they can brake really late.
Yeah,
and they
definitely.
can take the corners at higher speed, but that will also give them more tyre wear.
Yep. Pagani made a mistake at turn 1 there, I saw. He went a little bit kind of squirmy on the exit, and it's allowed Aaron to close up a little bit. Aaron and Pagani usually run this close in qualifying. I'll get T Smith latching onto the back of him as well, so I think someone got penalty there. Is that no, it's T Smith.
T Smith, 1 second.
Yeah, that's going to ruin his lap.
That's the other thing, getting rid of penalties around here is an absolute pain in the
yeah, there's not really anywhere to lose it.
And he's gone wide as well, so
yeah,
I think he'll give up on that lap.
That's one of those laps to forget about. Got Lennon behind T Smith on his lap as well, and then it's Megatron getting the slipstream off him, Rom and Blue Flag got a penalty as well, so Blue Flag be backing off, I'd imagine. Blue Flag struggled a little bit. I think there was an update, and I think Blue Flag is struggling. I think the Dodge has changed ever so slightly. A couple of characteristics. Artemis has got a penalty as well there, just the exit for Scary. But I think Blue Flag's struggling a little bit with how that car's changed slightly. It's not had the best few weeks. So Pagani pops up a 56.4.
Aaron goes first.
Yep, Megatron pops in, so Citroen top 3 at the moment. Mighty Iggy pops in P5, Rom just ahead. Lee Calls in P6, Lennon's in P7. Simmel at the back. He's made a mistake with that lap, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he's 5 seconds off the base, so he's coming at 8th. T Smith gave up on that lap.
We've got Goy in the chat. Welcome, Goy.
Yeah, I'm just a bit concerned about what he's written. Is that legal? Oh no, there'd be a G on the end of it as well, wouldn't there? Sorry, moving on.
Right, oh, Lennon's on the wall. Where's that? That's the chicane, isn't it? Yeah, that's the second chicane. Just before the Lesmos. So went off.
That's it.
Dark Bolt also, that's at that chicane as well on the outside, he's went off. Aaron's went on another lap, he's 2.5 seconds off.
Flip Flag just looks like he's coasting ground at the moment.
Mike's the chat. Evening, Mike.
He's got a cutting plan. Evening, Mike, how are you?
Not sure, maybe he's just trying to burn some fuel off at the moment. They seem to want a bit off than anyone else. So.
Seems to be coming down, doesn't it?
Yeah. A couple of guys might pop into the pits here. Aaron pops into the pits. Some new fresh tyres. Gani also in the pits, so is Megatron. Rom doesn't, he stays out. Rom Elson pops himself up to P3 just behind Pagani. I think Mike's just said he's melting. Doesn't surprise me. Slightly cooler here now. Ever so slightly. It's still about 24, 25, but it's ever so slightly. It's not the 31 it was yesterday, thankfully. You're seeing there's a cone on the track. Not helpful. It was on Maggie.
Blue flags on a flyer by the looks of it. Someone's gone wide on
yeah, I've seen that. Oh, there's another cone.
Oh, two of them.
Oh,
Lee and
yeah, Simo. There's now two cones on the track. That's not helpful for people on their flyers. You don't want to be going over cones.
It's only visible to the people that actually have cones turned on.
Yeah, yeah, true. Thankfully I don't run cones, so I've never had that issue. I think Blue Flag kind of cut the first part of that chicane. Might have just got away with it. Yeah, he does. He's just enough that he's not got a penalty for it. He's coming around to the second Lesmo. Catching back up to Artemis now. She's going to get that slipstream at the kind of right point where he's wanting it.
Yeah. Yep. Is he going to be able to get past him though, or is he going to be held up?
Is he on a lap? I think he is. Artemis.
I think they're both pushing, but Blue Flag's just quicker.
Blue Flag, 2 temps up in the best time so far. If he can keep that slipstream, he takes that very nicely there. Just enough, doesn't run too wide. He's going to have Artemis's slipstream. He's all the way. Aaron did have Pagani's slipstream as well. So this could be quite tight here, this lap. But it's been a good lap so far, as long as he gets Parabolica right. Doesn't run too wide.
Break earlier, that's the other thing. That's my worry. That.
Yep. T Smith pops himself up just under 10 up on Aaron's time, puts himself on the pole at the moment. Oh, Blue Flag just behind. Under half a 10.
That's a dab of the brakes, that is, isn't it? And Aaron, look how close Aaron is.
Yeah, Aaron set a good lap there. Flying from in the chat, evening. Lee's missing tonight, I'm sure he's quite gutted about that. Hopefully he can give us his insight into who's going to get pole and who's going to win the races.
No one wants to go, do they? Look.
Can we please do not demonstrate what happened in the F1 race here? We don't want that. That was embarrassing. Please don't be doing that.
Who are they trying to get rid of? Rom. I don't want Rom in there, that's what it is.
This is like a polite way of saying bugger off.
Yeah. Got the old cuckoo in the nest, didn't he? Get out of it. The fourth loved, most loved Belgian in the league. Yes. Oh, Lee's gone off, Lee's off.
Oh. Where's Lee? Oh, down there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there it is. Just exit the chicane. People are finding that chicane a bit tricky. We've got Lennon in the background off as well.
Lennon's off. Yeah, I think it...
Alpha seem to be struggling at the moment.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Even Iggy's down in P7, and Iggy is usually up there, isn't he? I mean, even when you think the car's not going to be, he manages to pull it up on most occasions.
I mean, Iggy's 1.3 off.
Iggy's going to have this one last lap here. He's not going to get another lap in, so watch Iggy here for his final lap. He's not going to get another one in, so this is it. All or nothing.
Yeah, but Bolt wasn't even set a time yet.
Yeah, he made a mistake in the first one. He went right wide of that chicane that everyone's going off at. Artemis puts himself up to P7 just ahead of Iggy in the 57 flat on that Lamborghini. So Iggy comes round turn 1, turn 2 very nicely. This is where the Alpha will excel. That first few corners, and this is where it'll start to struggle down the straights. Doesn't have that straight line speed, but might gain Simmel on a 59.2. He's only going to have one more lap as well to improve. Iggy's 2.5 tenths up, coming into that chicane. Takes it nicely, very nice on the exit. Takes that very nicely indeed. Come to the first
Carl and Simo back off again. Don't know what's going on there between them two.
From saying he could only do a mid 57 in that Mitsubishi in practice earlier on. So,
right.
Looks likely that Mitsubishi, as we thought, isn't going to be good round here at all. It's too many straights for this track for it, simple as. Iggy coming around to the second sector split, and it shows just 7 tenths up on his time. So if he continues this, it's going to put him well up there towards the top of the timesheets once again. Possible that he's not going to be on the top 4, I'd imagine. He might just be behind them. He's left it late, Iggy, but as long as he gets Parabolica right, it's worked out alright. Seems to get it perfect. So I'd imagine it's probably going to be about a 56.5, 56.6. 56.6, yeah, so pops himself up to P6, he's moved himself up a lot. I saw someone on purple there, was that Pagani? Someone's purple anyway, everyone coming round towards Parabolica for the final time.
I can't understand why Simo's got 6.7 seconds of penalties. Disqualified.
Has a 4/10 penalty, but he looks like he's going to set a quicker time. But Megatron sets a 55.6. Rom beat it by 9 1/1000ths of a second though, on a 55.657. Dark Bolt then sets 57.3, so he's set a lap finally, and he's P9. That's ended the whoa! Great lap by Rom there and Megatron. So Rom and Megatron take the front row of the grid. Very good qualifying there. 4 times behind was T Smith, who had a 4/10 penalty. That was the difference. He had that penalty to get rid of. If it wasn't for that, he'd have finished 2 1/1000ths behind his teammate. Aaron finished in P4 for that. So, quick predictions. I'm going to go for T Smith to win, Rom to be P2 and Aaron to be P3. So T Smith, Rom, Aaron.
Megatron, Aaron, Garney.
Lights out, and there we go. Megatron gets a great start as usual in the Citroen. Aaron pops himself up to P2 as well, so Megatron's going to lead into turn 1.
Garney's got through it.
So, up into the top 3 here.
Good positioning from Pagani there, he just covered the
defensive.
inside.
Iggy's up to P6 as well. Where's Rom? Has Rom made him? He's at P4. Oh, I missed him there, I thought he made a mistake. So, Mighty Iggy's P6 now. Blue Flag's dropped down to P7 from P5.
Right, Mike's got us down for T Smith, Aaron and Ross. Megatron.
That's quite similar to what I said.
Frome's got Aaron down for a fancy cheeky win by the looks of it. So Aaron leads into the second Lesmo. Oh, someone's went wide at Rom. A blue flag? I think that's blue flag actually, that's blue flag. It is, he's went wide. The second Lesmo on the gravel, so he's dropped all the way down to P10, but it could be P11 as Lennon looks like he can get past. Lennon's through. Up into P10 now, so blue flag drops all the way down to P11 after that off. Yep, Aaron leads into the exit of Scary. Megatron just behind. Pagani following on closely. Rom looks racing behind Pagani, he's right behind him. Anyone gonna fancy a move? Everyone sits behind. Bit of a gap developing behind T Smith already to Iggy and the Alpha. So these top 5 separated by a second for the first time going down this straight. Megatron might have a look at Aaron here down into turn 1. He's going to the inside. So Megatron down the inside. Aaron lets him go through. Rom having a look at Pagani, but backs out. Oh, Megatron's gone over. Oh, he's been reset. Oh, Megatron's been reset.
No.
Luckily, he's still in P5 though. Outbrake himself into turn 1. That's what happens. It always resets you. Leacole's managed to get into P6. Something's happened with Iggy's dropped down. So there's battle here from Leacole and Artemis. Two Lamborghinis, but Leacole has it at the moment. Artemis is a little bit too far back to make a move, so just sits behind. Though he nearly goes into the back of Leacole there at the braking zone. Someone's like, oh, that blue flag again!
Blue flag.
I think he might have just touched the curb.
I think he hit the inside curb and spun it there.
Yeah. It's a tricky corner on this. We've already seen quite a few people go off in qualifying, so it's obviously causing some difficulties.
Iggy's got some rear damage, so I'm wondering whether he's been tapped a bit wide at some point.
Yeah, possibly. So Pagani is now 1.5 temps behind his teammate Aaron. So come round Ascari on the exit. It's one of the only corners you kind of really need to watch here for getting a penalty is, and the chicanes. Other than that, there's not many places.
Iggy's trying to get past his teammate. Bolt's got a 0.5 second penalty.
Coming into Parabolica. Pagani's right on the back of Aaron. He's only a 10th and a half behind. Pagani's going to get past into turn 1. Rom's a bit too far back to gain anything, so Pagani goes to the outside. Aaron, the inside for turn 1, straight through into P1. Just needs to watch he doesn't outbrake himself. Does it nicely, perfectly done. Megatron starts
8 seconds off the back of Simba. 12.
Leacole gets round turn 1 fine. Pagani's half a second ahead of Aaron. Rom's right on the back of Aaron. At the moment, T Smith is just behind. Megatron's 1.3 seconds now, so we'll keep an eye and see if he can catch back up to the back. That group. Pagani seems to have extended that lead now. It's 1.1 seconds now, so he's getting away. Has Pagani won a race yet? So that's I don't think he has.
No, I don't think so. He wants to win every championship.
Yeah, he's won. He's won a race every championship. I remember that now. He's won a race every championship, and he's not won one yet, which is surprising because he's been in that position quite a lot, of where he could have won one, but he keeps saying of his own accord. He keeps saying that he keeps making the odd 1 or 2 mistakes. He keeps getting held up or caught out for something, so he keeps just getting beat here and there.
No excuse tonight. Oh, hello, Bolt's gone really wide.
At the exit of Ascari. Blue flag 6.6 seconds now behind Simmel. Pagani is 7.5 tenths. Aaron's not quite wide at Parabolica, which is going to allow Rom to close in a bit. Just went a little bit on the outside. I think Rom kind of followed his line though. I think Megatron's closed in, he has. He's back within 9 tenths, so Megatron looks quick. Looks like he's possibly the quickest at the moment, I'd say. He's caught in quite quickly there to the back of them. Aaron having that slipstream has helped him keep ahead. Megatron's got up 110, still a penalty to get rid of. Leacole's having a nice race in P6, Artemis just behind, so as we expected, it's been the Citroens and the Dodges, and at the moment, next quickest has been the Lamborghinis.
Yeah, I'm just watching Mighty Iggy, and 1 minute he was, or the last lap, he was 3 off the back of Artemis Toto, and now he's nearly a second down.
Leacole just had a bit of a wiggle there on the exit of that chicane. Oh, is that T Smith on the gravel?
Yeah.
Seen that there, just caught that. Got away with it. He's got an 8-10th penalty now. Aaron's got a 9-10th penalty. So, as I said, that's a bit of a pain in the bum trying to get penalties rid of around here.
Yeah, they've got just over 17 minutes to do it. and hopefully not getting any more penalties.
I think we're expecting this to be 13 laps tonight, which will give us a good reference point for fuel. Rom looks like he wants to get a bit of a move on now behind Aaron. Aaron's going to be getting slipstream off Pagani, but maybe not as much as previous laps. Rom might fancy his chances now. He's lost a little bit of time through Parabolica just with the dirty air, but he's going to start closing now. How quickly will he close? It's not very much. He is closing, but it's... Is it enough? Is he going to dive down the inside? He goes... He had a look, but he backed out of it. Had a look for a second, but just thought better of it. Megatron's dropped off a little bit behind T. Smith. He did catch up, but he's dropped off a little bit. Big gap behind now to Artemis, who's got past Lee Cole. That was into turn 1 probably. Mighty Iggy's fallen close behind them, and then it's a big gap behind to Lennon and Simmel. And then you've got Lennon, Simmel, Dartbolt. Blue Flag's caught up to the back of these, so Blue Flag is catching back up. So some other cars. Lennon's got a, is that Simmel, sorry, he's got a 2.1 second penalty. I think he's trying to look for a move as well. Lennon goes defensive. That's chicane.
Got a big concern on how many penalties Simo's going to get by the end of the race, because in a 12-minute quality he had 6.7.
Yeah, he went wide there, that's allowed Dartbolt through.
Yeah, particularly he's now got 2 second penalty.
Dartbolt's drifting round the Lesmos. Don't want to be doing that. It's not gonna. It's bad enough in any car. Never mind that Alpha. It's not a car you want to be drifting in, is it?
Well, unless you can.
True. So Pagani.
Just been looking at the fuel actually. Pagani is doing a great job because he's got more fuel than the 2 cars behind him.
Only T. Smith that's got the same as him, isn't it?
T. Smith only gets match so he's doing a great job to be in the lead with no slipstream and to have more fuel.
It helps when the 2 car behind him is Aaron, who doesn't save fuel, doesn't like it, can't do it, and Rom, who's the king of underfueling.
Yes. And Rob looks like he's doing his best to burn all of his fuel out as much as possible. Rob doesn't like finishing, does he?
No, he's got a thing about not wanting to finish the races. Megatron's got back up to the back of him. Artemis is 6.4 seconds now behind Megatron. Lee Cole, his teammate, following closely behind, but Iggy just right behind them. Big gap back to Lennon. Blue Flag and Sim have come into the pits.
Iggy's back on the back of Tocco, with 3 off the back of him.
Aaron's got a 1.4 second penalty now. He's going to have to try and get rid of that at some point. Rom's still looking for that way through. Aaron got a little bit wide, which has allowed Rom to close right up to the back. He's had a look down the inside there, but thought better of it. Oh, he's went wide. He's also the T. Smith.
Oh, they followed him.
Oh, both of them went quite wide there, but they got away with it. T. Smith's also went wide through the second Lesmo. I think the kind of dirty air's kind of catching him out a bit for the Lesmos, because I don't think it really affects you anywhere else, the dirty air around here. Other than those 2 Lesmos, because it's kind of 2 quick corners followed onto each other. Probably the only corners where you would feel the effects. Aaron gets a bit rid of that penalty round just before a scar out the braking zone. So that's down a bit. Pagani still get that second advantage, so he's nice. Keeping it just about. Pagani started using a bit more fuel this lap. T. Smith looks the best on fuel at the moment out of the top 5. Lennon, I'd say, looks the worst on fuel of anyone at the moment. Needs to be using a bit more. Pagani, yeah.
T. Smith carries on.
So did Megatron. See, Megatron done this last week in the Group 4 and it didn't work out for him, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Nürburgring, didn't it? He shot himself in the foot a bit when he came in. That one lap later. I don't know if it'll work at this time.
I know that feeling.
So Pagani's come out just behind Iggy. He's got ahead. Rom's come out just behind Aaron again. Rom must be getting sick of seeing the back of that Citroen now. He just cannot get past him. But difference is now, he's not got slipstream. Aaron will not have that slipstream from Rom for this little part because Pagani's going to have to start getting past Iggy. See, the thing is, this could work to T. Smith and Megatron's advantage here. Because Pagani's having to go down the inside of Iggy at the chicane. He gets through. He has a bit of tank slap on the exit, but he controls it. Then he's going to get held up slightly by Iggy possibly at the next corner. So you never know. Can Megatron and T. Smith do the overcut? Will it work? Because the thing is, Aaron's going to start catching up to the back of Iggy here. He might just about be far enough away that he doesn't catch him actually. So he might just get the slipstream, which would help him, if anything. Yeah. Megatron's right on the back of T. Smith though. He's closed that gap down. It's now under 4 tenths.
Aaron's under a second behind now, floating a second.
So let's go on board with Pagani. He's going for a move on Artemis. Round the outside of Parabolic here. Artemis has got the inside line. Pagani's going to have to do it the hard way.
He's giving in.
Yeah, he's just letting him go through. So Pagani takes the lead back now. T. Smith and Megatron. T. Smith's got the best fuel, so he did. Will he come out behind him though? So Pagani coming down.
Goes to second, fourth. Megatron's making a charge on T. Smith.
Come out quite a bit behind actually, even though with them having that battle, it's not worked out, has it? For both of them. They've come out, they've lost time. Yeah,
still just in the slipstream though, just in it. And
they will have slightly fresh tires. Pagani's got a 2-second gap. Looking comfortable, isn't he?
He's the one that's won out of that one, isn't
he? Yeah, he's looking comfortable at the moment. He's setting purple times, so he's looking fairly consistent. Iggy's managed to get out P6. Oh, that's not going to help him, is he?
No, I think he's feeling the pressure of Ron behind him.
Iggy's got out P6 ahead of Artemis and Leakle, so he's jumped him in the pits. Blue Fly's got out P9, so Blue Fly's managing to get back up there. Lennon and Dartball having a bit of a battle there, going side by side into chicane. Dartball wins out and gets past Lennon. Rom still right on the back of Aaron. Aaron still got that 1 second penalty.
He's managed to get rid of some of it.
Yeah. I think the thing is though, he keeps getting rid of it and then he keeps getting another one. It keeps going back up. T. Smith's got a penalty as well. He's got to get rid of. Megatron's got one, slightly less than T. Smith. He's dropped off the back of T. Smith though. He's 1.8 off now. So can Pagani control that gap and continue his run of getting a win every single season? It's his to lose at the moment.
Megatron's falling back really.
Rom's in that slipstream of Aaron. He's not got that slipstream now off of Pagani, so Rom is going to make the move down the inside, coming into turn 1. Is he going to complete the move finally? Aaron breaks later. He's broke too. I think Aaron might have broke too late there. Oh, he's held it. Rom goes for the slipstream, the switchback. Sorry.
How did you get that wrong?
I don't know. It's my blooming name. I don't know. Rom back in the slipstream of Aaron now. Yeah, very good driving. Thought Aaron had broke himself there.
T. Smith is behind as well.
Rom's is he gonna go for a move down the inside? This would be brave.
No, he's backed off,
backed off, yeah. Sensible. That's not an overtaking point.
No.
T. Smith having a look at Rom. Is T. Smith gonna back out? He's backed off behind his teammate.
I think he's quicker than Rom though, that's the thing. I don't think this is the battle.
Rom's not.
This is that T. Smith's quicker.
Rom's not able to get past Aaron. He's just not managing it at the moment. He's had a good go at it now and he's not getting anywhere. It's a big old gap behind Megatron now. 10.7 seconds. He's front 5 are absolutely bolted away from everyone else in the field. I think if I'm not mistaken, Blue Flag's time of a 56.1 is just set, and that's quicker than most of the qualifying times. What happened? So quick race pace at the moment.
Yeah, just unfortunate. He's 23 seconds behind, and he's not going to make that up.
Yeah, he had the pace 12, but they'd be up there with them, or just behind them maybe. He's not managed it. Rom is 3/10 behind Aaron, but he's going to get a slipstream, so he's going to be alongside him or ahead of him coming at turn 1. Though, can he outbrake Aaron this time? Closing 2 attempts. He's going to have him into turn 1, but can he outbrake him? He's backed off. He could have had him, but he backed off there as he came in down the straight.
Yeah.
Odd.
Look what game they're playing here. They're obviously all in the same chat, aren't they? So,
yeah.
And the good thing is, although they're on opposite teams, when you race with them in this chat, you know, it's like, you know, after you, no after you, so it's a bit like that, but they're still pushing. They're still pushing. And,
yeah, they certainly are still pushing.
No one wants anyone else to win. They all want to win themselves. T. Smith up the inside.
Yeah,
of Rom.
Rom got a bad exit. He's going. I think Rom might have let him through there. I think Rom's kind of just.
I think he backed off and let him have it. Yeah.
I think the thing is though, Rom probably thinking to himself, if T. Smith can get past Aaron, put him under pressure, then I can follow him through.
Yes, that's it. But it makes you wonder, is Rom actually thinking that, or is he thinking, I've put enough fuel in? Sorry, Rob.
T. Smith has a lot more fuel than everyone else. Hasn't he?
Is that good management, or is that bad management? That's the question.
Because the thing is that they're coming, they'll have 3 more laps, 100%. There's not going to be any more than that. They're going to get to 13 laps. And for the look of me, T. Smith looks like he's overfueled quite a bit.
Yeah, but he's still quick.
Yeah. Can he get past Aaron now into turn 1? He's gaining. He's going to be alongside. T. Smith sits at 55.8. T. Smith has unleashed. I think that's quicker than the pole time. He goes to the inside, down into turn 1. He gets the move.
Aaron's trying to come back and get him. Oh, Rom's just hit the back of Aaron.
I think they're all kind of ghosted there. Yeah, they're all ghosted.
Ghosted came back.
Right, now T. Smith needs to avoid getting penalties now. He's got 0.1. Pagani has 0.2 actually. So there's 2.1. Can Pagani hold T. Smith? T. Smith obviously has a lot more fuel. Pagani might have to do a wee bit of fuel saving. T. Smith most certainly won't have to. If T. Smith can go for it in these last 2 laps, can he close that gap? It's down to 1.7 already. He's closing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, will he take Aaron and Rom with him?
Yes. And is he going to ruin Pagani's night of not winning a race in this championship?
1.5 seconds, he's closing quickly.
That's very quick.
So he's got 2 laps after this.
Quick.
Yeah, he's going to get a slipstream, I think, down the straight maybe if he closed in a little bit. So he's going to start closing quickly. He's going to be on him in the last lap, I think.
He's got rid of his penalty as well.
Pagani's got it. It's down to 1.2. He's got 2 laps to do. He's going to be on the back of him on the second to last lap. I think T. Smith may just do this here. He's right on the back of him. Aaron's not far behind as well. The thing is, everyone's catching Pagani now. Aaron's 1.6 behind Pagani now as well, and Rom's only 2.2 behind. They're all beginning to catch him. Down at 1.2, but the end of this straight is going to be about 1.
Pagani's tyres are not good.
His rear tyres seem slightly more warm than everyone else's. That section does. A lot of people do in the Group 4, we do put it to the brake balance to the rear slightly so that it kind of evens out the front tyre wear with the rear tyre wear slightly more. So otherwise the section has a bit too much front tyre wear. That's why you see a bit more even tyre wear on the sections. It's down to a second.
That's based on the Group 4 load. Group 3 is the opposite way round.
Yeah, completely. So, under a second now, Pagani. T-Smith is closing quickly, 6 tenths. He's going to be there by the straight just before Ascari. 4 tenths. See, the thing is now, he's going to have this straight, turn 1. Will he go for a move into turn 1, or will he try and wait for another straight towards the end of the lap?
Yeah.
So that Pagani won't have the chance to re-overtake him. What's going through Tom's mind right now? What's he going to do?
Get past him.
Where's he going to do it? That's the question.
Because I think if he gets past him, he'll pull away.
Pagani's messed up the entry, I think, there. He kind of got a bit wide. Yep, T-Smith is 2 tenths away. Aaron's coming with him as well. He's going to sit behind, I think, though. He's not going to go for this move, or is he? He's pulling to the outside. Pagani's going to have the inside line. T-Smith is going to switch back, I think.
Switch back.
He's going to switch back and get the slipstream into turn 1. Rob's right on the back of Aaron as well. They're all for a second of each other. The last lap, 1 second covering the top 4. Pagani and T-Smith. It's a drag race down into turn 1. Pagani's going to have the inside. Aaron's going to be having a look as well here. T-Smith and Pagani down into turn 1. Pagani holds it. Aaron's having a look.
Rom's on the inside of Aaron.
Rom's having a look at Aaron.
But he's going to be on the outside for the next corner, but the inside for the next one.
Yeah, and he's going to get that slipstream off T-Smith as well. So T-Smith is still 4 tenths.
Aaron's back in front again.
Aaron's having a look at T-Smith now.
T-Smith helped Aaron there by giving him the slipstream.
T-Smith in the next braking zone, just ahead of Aaron. He keeps close to Pagani. Pagani's made a mess of it, the chicane. Oh, T-Smith's got a 1 second penalty though. He's trying to get rid of it. T-Smith needs to get rid of that penalty. Pagani's holding him. Oh, he's wide again.
So Aaron will jump T-Smith at this rate.
Oh, Aaron's off!
Aaron spun! Oh, no, yes. Oh, he held it. How did he hold that? He's never changed his race suit, hasn't he?
T-Smith is closing into the back of Pagani. He's getting rid of that penalty as well. T-Smith's got rid of the penalty. So is
Rom's
Aaron.
Rom's around the outside of Aaron.
T-Smith is going to start closing in the back of Pagani again. He's 6 tenths away coming into the final corner. Pagani's going to hold it. Four tenths coming into Parabolica. If Pagani does it right, he's got the win.
Only one corner, but it's a big corner.
T-Smith's went for it.
Oh, is he?
He's not held it. He's got it. Pagani's got it. Pagani takes a victory, his first victory of the season. Well done to him. Managed to hold off. T-Smith takes P2. Aaron takes P3. Rom's run out of fuel. Oh,
he's not. Has he run out of fuel again? Oh, Rom. I said, I bet he's thinking about fuel.
Oh no. After this talk takes P6, lead takes P7, blue flag recovers to P8. Iggy's crashed, I think, near the end. He took P9. Dartbolt takes P10, Simmel takes P11, and Lennon's going to take P12. I can't believe he's run out of fuel again.
Oh, Rom. I told him to get a new calculator last season. He's not done it, has he? Nice to see new people in here, I believe. Dale, hope you enjoyed that.
No, that's Grumpy. So
is that Grumpy?
I think so, I believe so.
How can you be grumpy with a name like that, eh? Mr. Grumpy, I believe he's called, isn't it?
Oh god, that was an entertaining.
I think my wife's looking at me thinking I'm Mr. Grumpy as well. Well, raise of eyebrows, that means yes. I know that code. Sorry, Mr. Grumpy, I didn't know your proper name, mate, but good to have you in here anyway. Cracking race, lads. Really good race.
That was a great race. Great finish. Great last lap. Thoroughly entertaining last lap.
Yeah.
So we're going to have
Pagani starting in the back for Sardegna, eh? What a great end to the race that was. What a save by Aaron. That's fantastic.
If that top 5 hadn't have pulled away, if that top 5 hadn't have pulled away, I think Ron would have been losing a lot more places.
Yeah.
Dropped down 9 seconds behind Pagani through the fuel situation.
I think he must have ran out just at Ascari. Not Ascari, a Parabolica.
Yeah,
maybe just before Parabolica.
Yeah. I've got to be honest, someone needs to tell Ron that at the moment we've got too much fuel going around the world because no one's been using it for a while. You can put more in, it's not a problem.
But it's weird though, because I think Rom must have underfueled at least 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
We've got City Posh in here. Good to see you. Great race by Aaron. Not
the king of Group 3.
A fan.
Certainly the king of Group 3 in GT2. Carl, can you put your mic out, and then I think I can hear myself echoing. It's confusing me.
Put my mic out?
Yeah, and put it back in. I can hear myself. Speak now, I don't know why. I'm
What's
sure.
it like now?
Oh, I can't hear it now. Whoa. It was all of a sudden it changed.
Oh, right. I think I've got a bit of a crackly wire, that's what it is. Can you hear a bit of rustling going on?
Yes. Aaron says, I hope that was as fun as it was to watch as it was to race, and it certainly was that last lap.
Turns up late to the evening and has a drive like that, unbelievable, isn't it? While we're on here, actually, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind sending congratulations over to Aaron and his lovely lady Charlotte. Congratulations on their new property.
The
That's
new
from
house?
everybody in FTRL. Yeah, it's a flat. It's
Oh, it's flat. Yes,
flat.
flat. Yes, I just correct myself.
It's now he can look out the window and look at his window box where he's growing his runner beans and stuff like that. So,
Could just imagine Aaron the gardener.
yeah, no, I can't, not at all.
Aaron with his little allotment.
There's a BP garage around the corner, I dare say. He'll be round there buying his stuff. That's what it'll be. But congratulations and good luck to the pair of you.
Yes, very much so. Very
I think
much
that's
so.
from everybody, all the lads that come racing. So that's
Yes. Right, so.
I can't read that out, Pagani.
Yeah, I've just seen that, but we're not reading that out. 11 minutes
come
time
on,
we can.
You big red something. The streak survived, so
Female
he's managed
dog.
to do what he wanted.
What cars are strong around here? Sardegna A. So you are looking once again at the Citroens and the Dodges, mostly.
Yeah.
A lot of straights around here and a lot of fast corners. So
It's
you
a
are,
bit like race 1, but with more bends in it.
yeah, basically there's. As you can see, even from looking at track map, I'm not even on Spectator yet, but so you've got the big straight. So if anyone's familiar with the GT2 ones, the Sardegna B has the straight. Remember, it's got that kind of little left-right complex just before the straight. Well, in Sardegna A, you basically have it's basically a continuous straight. You can go flat out from the last corner, basically, and it increases the straight by over a quarter probably. So that's a hell of a long straight. So you're probably talking once again, probably going to be the Citroens and the Dodges, and maybe the Lamborghini. The Group 3 Lamborghini is a bit quicker, possibly in the Group 4. I'd imagine the Alphas and the Mitsubishis will struggle around here.
Yeah, I mean, Simo's just asked him to start 3 minutes earlier, just on his own, so he's got a chance. I don't know what he's got a chance of.
Aaron's just saying
it's a good idea, but no.
I've seen Aaron just say, does it look as bad as it felt? I think that's talking about the slide. It was a hell of a slide. No idea how he caught that.
9 times out of 10 that would end up on the wall, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't know if that was skill or if that was just a nervous reaction where he managed to help that.
Reflexes. No idea.
Yeah.
Not a clue. Definitely though, I'm imagining this. It's going to be close in the Citroens here and the Dodges, I think. So it's going to be a close one. Definitely. That's why the Citroens have used a wild card this week. It's 2 tracks which have a lot of straights. And 2 tracks that they would do well on. Obviously, in that first race, by memory, it was first, third, and fourth, was it? Citroens? Pagani finished first, Aaron third.
Fourth, yes, that's it, because Ron dropped to 5th, yes.
And who got pole? It was Ron, wasn't it? So they didn't get pole.
Yeah, Ron got pole. Yeah.
So 22, they got 31 points, so they've got 62 points. Citroen half for that first race. So good points tally from them from that first race. Couldn't have went much better, could it?
Not really. Not really.
Very, very well done to them.
Realistically, it was only T. Smith that got in the way of giving them the 1, 2, 3, wasn't it? So
exactly. Good race by all 3 of them. Megatron's finally starting to get used to that car as well. We had a bit of a difficult start to it. The last 2 weeks he done a really good effort last week in Nürburgring, so he's really getting to grips with that Group 4 now.
Just watching Artemis Toko, and I don't know whether he's got a bit of lag or something, but his car's a little bit sort of twisty all over the place.
I'm just watching it now. It's alright at the moment.
At the moment, yeah, he came around that last corner and he looked like he went into a time warp at some point. From one side of the track to the other side of the track.
So just a reminder, in case anyone doesn't know, you need to use all 3 tyre compounds here, so we're going to have some different strategies going on, as usual.
The majority of the time people go for the mediums to start off.
I've just seen Artemis lagging there.
Yeah, he's lagging.
He is lagging a fair bit actually. Quite a big moment there. Quite that coming out of turn 1. But it doesn't seem too severe. It seems like it's only the odd corner, which is alright. Last thing is you don't want it being everywhere. It's not that bad though, thankfully. So most people will start on the mediums, you'd imagine. Usually. Sometimes people down the front usually start. Thimmel is one that usually does it, and he's on the super softs at the moment. Should we do a quick prediction? We've got 30 seconds to go. So I'll start with. Oh, I'll go for. Oh god. I'm gonna go for T. Smith to win. I'll go for Aaron to finish P2. And I'll go for Pagani to get P3. So T. Smith, Aaron, Pagani.
The complete opposite to you. I'm going to go Pagani, Aaron, T. Smith.
City Posh, blue flag, Pagani, Aaron. I forgot about blue flag. He's going to be starting further up than he usually is. Oh, City Posh knows it.
We're all for comments, really. We should have had an eye on that one.
Yeah, I know. We should have thought of that. Too many things in for our head.
It's because Somwar's in the pit lane and he hasn't told us. That's what it is. I don't like to blame other teammates, but it's got to be down to him, isn't it?
It's always his fault. Always. We love him, really. Right, okay, so we should just be starting now. So we're going to be on pole. It's going to be... Who finished at the back last time? I think it was Simmel and Dark Bolt and some of them. Yeah, it was Dark... Lennon, Dark Bolt and Simmel, I think it was, yeah. Lennon, Simmel, Dark Bolt, and then it's Iggy, Lee, Artemis. Who again? I feel like we're missing someone. Someone left? Restart.
Rob.
Is it Rome? Okay, we're restarting. Yeah, we're restarting.
Yeah.
Someone's, yeah.
He hasn't forgotten to fuel his car up again, has he?
Do you know I caught that right glitch at the end there? I thought it was a 11 at the end. I was like, what was 12? I was looking for. I was trying to find who it was.
Sorry about this, people.
Yeah, I'll get probably up 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna have to have a king of setting up custom lobbies, custom grids. A blue flag.
Can I just have a word with Mike? Mikey, we didn't ask you for a top 4. Stop grovelling by saying Aaron will be following very close behind. We'll have none of that. Get the balls, fella. Be brave. Does Aaron get onto the podium or not?
Right. We know you've got this love for Aaron. We know this, and we know. But you don't have to, give him an extra place. Just, come on.
You're not looking for perks within the club, are you? The league.
I've just seen Aaron's.
Not to be tipped.
I think I put him in as well, didn't I? I said T. Smith, Aaron Pagani. Sorry!
Yeah.
God help us. We've all tipped Aaron to be on the podium and he's not done a lap of practice.
Is it a competition for who has not done the most amount of
I know, I've
practice?
seen Dartbox as well.
Yeah. The league owner has done nothing at all. Dartbolt's only done 3 laps. You did 3 laps and just thought, what's the point?
To be honest, I think a few people have been practicing quite a bit in a settle Corsa since they've had it. I think I've seen Dartbolt do a few things on a settle Corsa, so that might be one of the things. I strategically played it when I got it and did not play it since I was playing GT, obviously Tuesday and Thursday, and I didn't want to jeopardise my Group 4 hopes. So I started playing it again today. No, stop playing it on Tuesday again so I can get back to GT.
Yeah, no, I got the messages through from our teammate Zomwa showing us the front cover of his one with his grubby hands all over it.
I've just seen Mike, what goes on between Aaron and me has nothing to do with it. Do we believe that, Carl?
Nope.
Yeah. Not at all. Not at all. Right,
the thing is, Mikey, you've just admitted that something does go on between you and Aaron, though. That's the problem.
I've just seen Pagani say he's back in his Norton-inspired Citroen, and he said the last time he was in this one, it's Spanish. I remember that quite vividly because he was going well, and all of a sudden he came round a bit towards one of the final corners, and the thing just let go. It was not happy. The Citroen is one of those cars that just kind of...
The Group 3 is a beautiful car. It's better than the Group 4. I know you don't like it.
How dare you say that about my Group 4 Citroen? It is a beautiful car. It's my love. I have an eternal love for my Group 4.
Don't leave, Mike. Don't leave, Mike.
Yeah, don't leave. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Nah, the Group 3 Citroen, as much as it's a good car, I'm just not as quick at Group 3 as I am in Group 4. Sadly, it doesn't help when you have an alien like City Porsche in the league, which doesn't matter what track. As much as I might be on his pace at the start of the week, he always ends up being 3 or 4 tenths quicker than me by the end of the week, which is frustrating.
I think City Porsche put us into a false sense of security, really. His first race, I lapped him. I think everybody lapped him.
Yeah, everyone lapped him a few times. He didn't get any points the first week.
He didn't get any points at all, and then he's winning the championship. It's unbelievable.
I know.
I think he's paying to have a driver do it for him. I don't think it's actually him.
Maybe we should sack him like that.
Which would be totally illegal for the racing league.
There was that Formula E driver that did it, wasn't that? The Audi.
Yeah, but he was getting paid, wasn't he? Or was he getting paid? I'm not too sure.
I thought it was an Audi. I'm sure it was an Audi guy, wasn't it?
Couldn't hear that, Mike. Good to hear that.
He'll never leave.
He's never going to leave. We'll never get rid of him. No matter what we do.
He'll be 90-year-old and he'll still be doing the graphics for FTRL.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, slightly shaky and blurry, but they'll still be there. He'll just tell everybody that's a style.
The modern way.
Away with it, isn't it, Mikey?
Modern way of doing it.
Yes. It's a new thing. It'll be in next year. You're just early.
Oh, Pagani says he's done a change of plan. He's changed his livery. Pagani, how many liveries? I think he's actually got 4 or 5. If I remember right, I remember him saying earlier, he's got 4 or 5. 2 of them, he's got 2 yellow ones, which I don't. He's got 2 yellow cars. He's got 2 blue ones, and he's got an orange one.
He's gone for the Pertec one, hasn't he? He's gone Pertec, yeah.
See, with some people we struggle. Like, for example, me, I'm horrendous at making liveries, which is why you're my teammates. No, I'm only joking. But I have
Cheers.
I've missed a livery with me in my team, but sadly I can't create. I'm not created enough for livery. But Pagani actually does it for fun. He just creates them all the time. Just creates like 6 or 7.
He's got loads of historic cars that he likes to look at.
Yeah.
When I say historic, you know, I'm you know, not like
not the
40s, but you know, something with a sticker on it. And he recreates those, and he does a cracking job of it.
Yeah.
It takes hours sometimes just on the bonnet.
Yeah, he done a Scottish inspired racing team for me. Lights out the way. We've got Dartbolt's not started properly, and blue flags nudged him. T Smith's off in the background, but he's managed to keep going. I think Dartbolt kind
Sippo's leading still.
bogged down at start. He's on the super soft, so he's going to want to bolt it. We've got Dartbolt going down the inside of Lee into turn 1. Lee's still on the outside. I think Dartbolt's got through though. Dartbolt's up into P2. Lee's just still there. P5 now. Mighty Iggy's went round. Oh, is he?
He's 2 seconds off the rear.
Oh, luckily he's not too far off the back. Artemis has been overtook by Blue Flag. Been a bad start for Artemis. He's dropped down quite a bit. Oh, Blue Flag's just about went round the outside. Close one. Lennon's in P5 as they go around this left-hander. This left-hander's quite a tricky one. Lennon's at the wall. So's Aaron. So's Ron. So's everyone actually. Never mind.
Yeah.
Aaron's dropped down. T Smith is battling with Aaron as they're coming towards the next left-hander.
Oh, Megatron's at the rear as well.
Oh, been a bad start from the sections. Not moved up as much as I like. Blue Flag's round the outside of Aaron. Oh, just there. Bit of a tap, but Blue Flag's through. One of the big braking zones on this track. The other one's towards the end. What we're just coming to now. This is a tricky left-hander. It's not flat, but it's kind of like just a bit of a lift. It's quite a tricky one. It's a big braking zone now. Aaron back down the inside of Blue Flag, up into P8. Nice move as they come down for the first time this very long straight. Simmel leads 9/10 ahead of Dartbolt. Button there. Dartbolt's on the mediums though, so is Iggy, Lee, Lennon, Rob. Everyone else is on the mediums, I think, actually. Bit of a gap developing P7 behind. Got a big battle here from Rom, Lennon, T Smith. Oh, is that? So I think Lennon's hit someone. Lennon hit someone there. Was Artemis or someone? It was a Lamborghini. Not sure who it was. Iggy's in P3. Got T Smith, Lennon, and 3 wide there. Carangle went off there. It was between Rom, T Smith, and Lennon. Rom and T Smith have got ahead in P4 and P5.
Simo's just pulling away very slightly on the lead. Over a second now. 1.2.
Iggy's right on the back of Dartbolt on his teammate. Will he let him through?
Yeah,
he does. I think
he's
let him through, yeah.
I don't think he could have taken that corner any wider than he tried.
Yeah, Rom and T Smith. So the 2 Dodges close behind already. Lennon in P6. Then there's a gap back to the first section. Pagani's managed to move all the way back up to P7. What's happened to Aaron? He's dropped out. Oh, Megatron and Aaron's come together slightly, I think, there. Megatron hit the wall, so that's down to P10, P11. Blue Flag's down in P12. Mighty Iggy's closed that gap to Simmel down to 7/10. Oh, T Smith having a big tank slapper on the exit of that corner. Oh, so's Lennon. Oh my god. Lennon had what can only be described as a tank slapper that turned into another tank slapper.
Right, Mighty Iggy's going for the lead. He is on medium tyres.
Lico's in the pits.
Simo is on super softs.
Yeah. Well, let's stop Lico.
It's a good bit of speed there.
Pagani's got past Lennon, up to P6. So Pagani on the charge. He's 5.4 seconds already though behind T. Smith and Rom in the Dodges. Who you'd imagine is their closest rivals in this race. Rom and T. Smith both closing up onto the back of Dartball, Iggy and Simo now already. Aaron's in P8, and we get Artemis in the Lamborghini in P9, Megatron and Blue Flag. Lico's come out on the super soft, so after 2 laps he's come into the pits and he's not filled up and he's put on the super softs.
Iggy goes first. Oh, they
Yeah,
touched. Simo's
oh.
gone. Oh. Bit boisterous, but it's not very nice of Iggy to be picking on the bigger boys, is it? I mean, you look at the size of the cars.
Oh, Rom!
Oh,
He's
no,
at the
Rom's-
whoa!
He's at the barrier.
He's at the barrier. Yeah, he's at. How has he done that?
He's dropped down. He's 7th now.
That was a weird one. He came round the corner.
Artemis is in the water as well.
That's a very odd one. Aaron's down the inside now of that P7, but sliding that section there. And he's now right on the back of Lennon. Lennon looks like he's struggling massively, by the way, to keep up with that car.
Yeah.
Car looks a hell of a handful. That section's going to be well past this car.
Yep.
Look at the difference in straight line speed. Rom though, having
Rom
that
was trying to push
slipstream.
Rom was actually pushed him along.
Aaron's on the outside. Rom. Lennon's managed to stay ahead. Lennon's going to break himself.
Never gone so fast.
Lennon's outbroke himself, which has allowed Aaron back through up into P7. Now he's got Rom just ahead of him after his strange incident with the wall.
Bit of cheeky play by Rom there, I think.
T. Smith nearly lost it there on the curb on the exit. Just about managing to keep it in.
Aaron's on the grass and back off again, 2 wheels.
It's one of those tracks that you can just about. Oh, Aaron's on!
Aaron's...
Oh my! What happened there?
He just drifted it round. Oh, he's going to lose so many places here.
Yeah, that car.
Megatron does a good job here. Smack him straight on the backside. Keep him going again.
Yeah, Megatron having a look. I think that lack of practice is coming to haunt Aaron.
Yeah, 1 lap's alright, but when you've got 40 minutes of this...
It's on the mediums as well. That section's not nice on the mediums sometimes. It's a bit of a skittish car, it can be.
I totally agree with you.
On the mediums,
but it's lovely to drive.
It is a lovely car to drive, particularly on the softs and subs. Rom's off a... Oh my... That's scaring me, some of these cars, though. They're taking liberties with the grass here, aren't they?
Yeah.
Some of them are a bit more nervous.
I really appreciate your comment about your livery. I enjoyed doing that for you.
Oh, is that the Group 2 one? I've seen that.
Group 2 one, yeah. Okay, in the chat, let's find out. Is Rom going to finish with fuel tonight on this last race? That's it in the chat, I want to know. Yes or no, that's all we want. Yes or no. Let's see how it goes. Come on then, get in there.
We need to start that as a poll every week. Dartbolt's come out on the softs, he's come out of the pit, so is Artemis and Lennon, they've come out and on the mediums, pitted. Simo continues on his super softs. T. Smith also come in, he's put on the super softs as well. Pagani stayed out on his mediums. Pagani has a bit of a slide there on the on the exit of the track there. That's a big no from me, Frome said. That left-hander, everyone keeps hitting the wall or going wider or drifting, as in Aaron's case. It was very much of a handful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of people going wide.
In the special race that we had in between seasons,
That was
the Red Bull Juniors.
Yeah, Red Bull Junior. That.
I think there was about 7 cars hit that all at once. What you could see was sparks. It was unbelievable. Looked like a firework party.
So Aaron, Megatron have stayed out on those mediums. T. Smith has come out behind Megatron on the super softs, so he's going to want to get past that. As Megatron's went wide, he's just getting it on. He can't get much closer.
On the inside of him.
Yeah, it's going to be an easy overtake there. Megatron gives him the room, keeps it just about.
Too much room.
T-Smith maybe past Aaron here by the turn 1. He's gone so much quicker on that straight already, and he's got the slipstream massively benefiting now on the side of the straight. Who's that coming out of the pits? Is that Sybil joining just behind? We've got T-Smith down the inside of Aaron. He wants to get this done quickly. Gives him the room. Nice, fair racing. Gets that move done up into P3. Good overtake, good, quick.
Mighty Iggy in an Alfa Romeo has just outrun Blue Flag in a Dodge.
Size of that straight though, isn't it? It's the slipstream.
Yeah, I know, but he's in an Alfa Romeo. But no, he was in front of him. They were side by side at one point.
Maybe Blue Flag saving fuel.
I don't know, he backed back in behind him to get more slipstream out of him, but he still couldn't get past him.
Odd. Oh, Iggy's at the wall. See, the amount of people hitting walls round here it's quite crazy, but they're all getting away with it. I think it's one of those tracks where you can maybe do it and not lose much time.
You can skip it, can't you?
It's about Tokyo.
It's okay.
A lot of the Tokyo tracks you can do that. You can just skim the walls and it doesn't really cost you much. So Pagani leads from Rome. Both of these guys still on the mediums. So are these guys doing the 2-stop possibly? Looks like everyone else that's coming early is going to be definitely doing at least 3 stops. It's a nice Pertic delivery there by Pagani. He's on about. He was chopping and changing, deciding which one to do. So coming down this straight, is anyone going to put in the pits? Rom dives in. Pagani looks like he might be doing the 2-stop.
I'm just going to check the Rom puts fuel in the car, alright?
Right, T-Smith, P2, Blue Flag, Rom, Megatron. Yeah, Blue Flag does have more fuel than Rom.
For Rom. Oh no, Rom did put fuel in, it was just delayed. No, honestly, it did actually. It said that it was the same as he went in, but then it changed afterwards.
Oh dear, that does not mean it's Semmel.
I'm not going to give Rob too much grief. He's a lovely bloke.
Aaron, Semmel, and Iggy having a battle here. Semmel's come out on the mediums now. Aaron's still on those mediums from the start, and Iggy came in earlier and put on the softs. So Iggy's trying to get past Semmel. Semmel's running his mediums this stint, so he's going to have softs to run still at least. In a slightly different order. Semmel does it quite often when he has when he starts near the front, doing a bit of an alternate strategy compared to everyone else. He's looking for a way past. Both of these cars are not the quickest in a straight line, so. Oh, Semmel's wide, very wide.
Aaron's tyres are slightly more worn than Pagani's. But I think he's been more sideways and more in battle systems.
Yeah, Pagani's just managed to kind of keep them nice. T-Smith set a 40.8 on those super softs, but Pagani's only 1.2 seconds off on the mediums. Pagani's last lap was his fastest. Look at the consistency in Pagani's times.
Aaron's wide. He's on the inside.
Yeah, he's always squirming everywhere. Yeah. Pagani carries on. Pagani's definitely doing the 2-stop. Pagani, look at Pagani's times. He's got faster and faster as he's going on, as the fuel burns off, and he's managed to keep those mediums. So the thing is, in the moment T-Smith is setting 40.3s and things like that on super soft, Pagani's only 1.4 seconds I thought on the mediums. That's just that 5 seconds they lost at the start there, Pagani to T-Smith. It might come back to hinder him towards the end of the race. So Semmel and Aaron both had a bit of a slide, which has allowed Iggy through.
Pagani's hanging the back out on that now.
Might be time to come in soon. I mean, for the 2-stop, you can probably come in at the end of this lap. Oh, he's at the wall, he's at the wall.
Oh.
He's on the edge, isn't he?
Back ends everywhere, isn't it?
It's not a great car when the wear gets in the mediums. It's one of those cars you can just want to get off them, don't you? Usually. So, who else is having some battles at the moment? Semmel and Aaron are still quite close together. Both of these will be in very shortly as well. Dark Vault having a big tank slapper there. He's followed quite closely by Rom. Rom's going to want to get a move on here. Rom's 4 attempts up on the fastest time. Set at the moment.
Simo's making a move on Aaron.
Down the inside.
Aaron's not going to let him have it, but he's gone wide. He's on the dirt.
I keep thinking someone's going to hit that barrier. Pagani's in. So he is doing the 2-stop. He comes in.
Simo's got him. Yeah, Aaron's coming in. There he goes.
Where's Pagani going to come out? I think it might be around about Rom. Or will he come out? No, he's actually come out a bit behind Rom, actually. He's filling up quite a bit, actually. Ron did fill up left.
8 seconds off the back of him. Now 9. Aaron's come out last.
Has he? Has he filled up fully? Yeah, he has.
He's filled right up. Oh, yeah.
See, Lee Cole came in early, if you remember right, on lap 2. And look at his tyres.
Came in on...
Came in at the end of lap 2, starting lap 3. And
no, lap 4.
Was it?
Yeah, lap 4.
On lap 4. Look at the state of his tyres. His front and right looks short.
Oh, sorry, Lee Cole.
Lennon's going for an overtake. He's already through. Lee Cole's really struggling on that.
I think Lee Cole's made 2 pit stops. Because he's had a real mare.
Oh, blue flags in the wall! Oh, I don't know if Artemis hit him. I don't know if he just missed his braking point now. He was beside Artemis, but when I went on board, I didn't know that Artemis was... I don't know. Looked like he might have just done that on his own. Pagani's come out in P6, 8.5 seconds behind Dartbox. He's come out on the super softs. So we'll see if he's doing the 2-stop, which we imagine he is, and he's going to do the softs at the end.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-stop. I mean, 24 minutes to go, 25.26 for the last lap.
Simmel's come in for his 2nd stop, so he's definitely doing the 3-stop. Megatron's set his fastest time of the race so far on the super softs. He's just behind Pagani, 2.6 behind. Dartbolt's just ahead of Pagani, 7.6 seconds ahead, but he's tyres are much more warm.
Aaron Simo's coming out of the pit lane. Aaron's just taking him.
Lee Cole's in again.
Lee Cole's in 12th. Yeah.
He's not enjoying it, has he?
No.
T Smith 7.2 seconds ahead of Iggy. T Smith's going to have to win this lap. He's not got enough fuel left for him to go for any longer. We'll see what tyres he goes on for his next stint. Rom's will be in the not too distant future as well. He's starting to run out of fuel slightly. Pagani's starting to make up time on Dartbolt now. He's closed in 1.2 seconds now to the back. Megatron's dropping off a bit from Pagani as well. So Pagani going well so far. Blue flag's back on the road again. Hopefully he doesn't make any more mistakes anymore with the walls. Lee Cole's back out on the softs.
For a car that doesn't have any straight line speed, Mighty Iggy is doing a cracking job to be in 2nd place.
Oh, someone getting the same thing.
And he's in the lead now.
Yeah.
It's sort of a bit upside down with what we had going on at the beginning, isn't it, really? It's... everybody's in the wrong position, effectively, isn't it? Good evening, Deluxe. Have you seen the message in there for you, Switchback?
I have not. You read my mind about Pagani. Well, first time someone said that to me, that's what I said.
At least you got a mind.
I know, it's an improvement, isn't it? Finally gained one. Just took a while. 20 years.
who else? Who's close at the moment on track? Good. Blue flag beginning to close on Artemis Toko.
It's got a bit stalemate at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone else is just kind of getting their strategies come out in their places at the moment.
Well, if blue flag gets past Artemis, we'll see whether he was happy or not with him, if something did happen there. Artemis does have a few abrasions to the front of his car. I'm not saying he has done anything, it's going to be a barrier more than anything. But...
Yeah, everyone's had a few barriers, I think it's fair to say. Bullseye's really starting to close in quite quickly now. Everything else happening up front, everything else is just kind of coming down a little bit at the moment. Robin's going to be in this lap. He's 1.16 behind Iggy. Both of those tyres are starting to wear. Iggy's tyres look a bit dead though, must be said.
He's taken Artemis.
So he has.
Artemis just clipped that left-hander.
Look at that one, everyone's.
The church.
Yeah. Corner, everyone's been going at. Lennon's right on the back of Aaron. I think Aaron might actually just overtook Lennon actually. The tyres wear and things. So, must be said, as much as Iggy's tyre wear, if you look at his tyre wear, it looks dead. His times have been quite impressive. Ron pops in. If you look at his time, he's in the 41s all the time. Wouldn't rule out Iggy for the race win here.
Dark Bolt's up there as well.
Yeah, Dark Bolt's doing well as well. Both of these guys are on a similar strategy, by the looks of it. Now, where did Ron come out? He popped out in P5, so he did. Deluxe saying maybe we could tell him how the former GT2 boys are doing this season in GT1. I can. So, in terms of the standings for the former GT2 boys. So, as you know, it's a bit of a step up, well, a hell of a step up, to come from GT1. Megatron is in P12 in the standings, Lennon's in P14, Dartbox in P15. Bear that in mind, all three of them haven't been very comfortable with their cars. Neither of them have been very comfortable with their cars. Megatron's got the most points, he's struggled to, he's starting to pick up some good results now. Dartbolt's the same, he had a good, I think a lot of them are starting to come to grips with their cars.
Oh, he's come off.
What's that?
Sorry, Dartbolt just been off.
Has he? Oh, has it?
The guy is coming up behind him.
Because I said that. Oh, he's round!
He spun! Oh no. That is going to be a...
Look,
he's ruined those tyres.
The rear tyres are gone. That's what happens when you ruin the Alpha's tyres.
Oh my word, they are awful.
That's what just shows you what happens to the Alpha though. That Alpha is a hell of a handful if you don't have... like, you don't like it particularly. It's not a nice car to drive. So Dartbolt and Lennon do not like their cars. So, and also as much Ross doesn't like his Group 4 or his Group 3 section. He started to get a couple of good results in the Group 4 now, as you've seen from the last race. So he is starting to move up a bit now. So, but yeah, it's probably not the best season for comparisons because neither of the GT2 boys like their cars.
I think the difficulty is with GT1 is that when you get in there and you're racing in GT1, you really need a couple of seasons. The problem you've got is that you won't race the same car for 2 seasons. So if you don't gel with your car straight away, you're in difficulty. So you have to put a lot of hours in to get that right on that car and work out what works for you and how to drive it. And I think that's one of the biggest problems. If the lads haven't had time because, I don't know, if they're working or stuff like that, then they've got into a division that's considerably higher than GT2. And then all of a sudden they've got to work 3 times as hard to get anywhere.
And if you're in a car you don't like, it just adds it all up, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, you just don't want to drive it in the end. You just, like, you're not looking forward to Friday, you know, when you should be.
The thing is with that Alpha is a tricky car to handle. I mean, Iggy manages to pull up results, and so do the GT2 boys. I mean, particularly SVY and Donzo have won quite a few races. I mean, a couple of tracks towards the start of the season as well, the Alpha was really quick around the first week. A couple of the weeks after it wasn't quite as quick. I think the first week really suited their cars. Same with last week, the Group 4 was really suited along the section at Blue Moon, so that's why you've seen me and SPY battling out for a race-long battle in over 30 degree heat, which was not pleasant. I think we'll say that too. At least. Wasn't the most pleasant of evenings, so it is still very warm this evening, so credit to all these guys, it's not the easiest weather conditions to be.
No. The other thing as well is that when GT1 really started off, when I was racing in it, we had championships where you would be given 4 cars on the list, pick which one you want, or 2 cars, pick which one you want. And it didn't matter if your teammate had a different car to you were still in the same team.
Yeah.
The problem that we've got now is that because it's a manufacturer's, there's 3 of you that have got to pick a car that you like, then a second car that you like, a third and fourth and fifth and so on. So you may not get your first choice, but also it may not be your first choice, but it's your teammate's first choice.
Exactly. So
that's the bit that makes it even harder.
Yeah. Look at Zom in the chat as well. Zom's saying that he finds that Alpha's easy to handle. So the thing is, like, at the end of the day, the GT2 boys, I know, I'm pretty sure they said that was their first choice. I don't know if SPY or Donzo's in the chat can tell me, but I'm pretty sure the GT2 boys, the Alpha was their first choice, they said. So obviously they really liked it, and they put a hell of a lot of miles in to try and get used to it. So it just goes to show if you get used to it. But in terms of this race, Blue Flag and Dark Bolt are having a battle here. They both just come out of the pits. Different fuel loads. Blue Flag's got a... Blue Flag's tapped Dark Bolt. What are they doing? Why are they both slowed down?
They're saying who's going first. I don't think Dark Bolt knew he was there.
I don't think so.
I think he braked really early.
Yeah.
And then he turned in at the last minute.
Yeah, I think
that's why Blue Flag went, I'll go on the inside of him.
Yeah, well, Iggy's just come into the pits as well, and he's popped out in P4. Pagani's going to be in this lap as well. T Smith will not be long behind him as well. So Pagani and T Smith is ahead of Pagani. At the moment, Pagani's got 1 stop. Remember, he's only got the softs to go into. SUI's just put, he couldn't handle the McLaren when I tried before the season started. The Group 4 I love the Group 4 car. The only issue with the Group 4 cars is it's a bit rubbish on fuel. Group 3 cars are complete opposite, brilliant on fuel. It's a weird one.
Just ask SBY. Did you try the Citroen?
So let's have a little look. Pagani's going to be in this lap. So T Smith's going to carry on, I'd imagine. Yep. So Pagani pops out of the pits. So now it's T Smith and Rom. T Smith and Rom are on the same fuel loads. Rom's on better tyres. He's going to have a stop to do. But at the moment, T Smith.
Did you say he's not got fuel in it?
Oh, T Smith's all over the shot. He's got on that curve. Rom, I'd say, is in the best position to win this race at the moment.
Yeah.
Iggy's come out and he's going to the end by the looks of it, by the look of his fuel.
Yeah, but Rom's on the soft tyre, but he's got less fuel. So is he under-fueled?
No, he's not. T Smith and Rom are on the same fuel. To me. And they've got another stop to do, remember?
Yeah, but did they stop at the same time? Is it T Smith's just worn his tyres out? Or did they stop at different times?
I'm not sure. See, the thing with Rom is, though, I think Rom's going to go into another set of super softs. So I don't think it makes any difference because I think T Smith is probably going to run at super soft as well for Rom. So they're going to be in the same cars, but the gap's down at 7/10. Pagani's come out in P4, 10 seconds behind Iggy.
2 lap difference between T Smith and Rom. Rom went in on 12, T Smith went in on 10.
Yeah, see, Rom's doing 2 super soft stints at the end.
Yeah.
T Smith's probably... They might both have another lap to do, in fairness. See, Iggy's going to go to the end, and so is Pagani. Iggy doesn't have anywhere near as much fuel as Pagani, mind you, so Iggy's going to have to do some fuel saving. But both of these guys are on the 2-stop strategy, Iggy and Pagani, whereas the top 2 are on the 3-stop strategy. So I'm saying, where's Aaron? Aaron's had a bit some difficulty with this track. He's not done any practice, so he's down in P9 at the moment. Still a good effort, man. Yeah, he's not enjoying himself anymore.
He's at a man.
That's why it says the Alpha just needs to be driven in a certain way. I'd agree with that. I can't drive the thing to save myself. Which is why I can't drive it.
T-Smith coming out of the bits.
Unsafe scene, even though I just tuned in, apart from T-Smith leading. Any surprises? Well, actually, technically,
it's come out in front of the
yeah, he has. And they've both got 1 stop left. This is it. They've gone to the end now. He's come out just ahead of Pagani. So this is the next. It's going to be a close now because the Mighty Iggy's gone to the end as well. So as I said, the Mighty Iggy has been going great in terms of his strategy. He's going really, really consistent lap time. So he's in the net race lead at the moment. Rom. See, the thing is with Rom, he's going to have a shorter stint to do at the end here because he's able to go an extra lap on these tyres. So I'd say Rom is very close with T Smith. So it's going to be I think at the end they're all going to condense slightly up to Iggy, and it might become a 4-way battle for the lead here towards the end of this race. Megatron's in P5, B's going to be in this lap. Dartball, I think Dartball's going to have to pit again. I wouldn't want to go to them till the end. They're not going to be nice. Aaron's going to the end as well, but looks of it. And Aaron's actually in P7 now because a couple of people have pitted, so Aaron's actually doing a decent job there. Blue Fly's come in and done his final pit stop, so we've got a couple of people still to do the pit stops. Rom's in. Where's he going to come out with T Smith? We won't go with T Smith. That gap down to Iggy's down to 8.2 now, so it's beginning to close. So Iggy's in the net race lead. Bit of a surprise considering that Alpha. We didn't expect to be as quick. He's got away from Pagani now.
Rom's out in front of T Smith.
Is he? Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He's underfueled a bit more though. I hate it when Rom underfuels slightly.
Oh.
It gives me the blooming fear, doesn't it? Oh. Let's hope he gets to the end.
Yeah, but he's got more than Iggy though.
I think Iggy's slightly underfuels, you know. See, that Rom's now 6.9 seconds behind Iggy. Iggy's on a faster compound, but he has got more wear. So will Rom be able to close up? See, I genuinely think this is going to become at least a 3-car battle for the lead. Pagani looks a little bit on edge on that section, so I think that might be out of it slightly.
Yeah, but he's also on the soft tyre, not the super soft.
Aaron's come out in P6 with his pit stop now, because Megatron's had to come in. Right, final pit stop. And I think Aaron's going to the end, so I think it's now a battle for P6 between Aaron, Megatron and Simmel. Lennon's a bit behind and there's Artemis followed behind. Blue Flag's had a bit of a mare as well. Been off a few times.
Bolt's going to be pitted. There's no way that Bolt can do these laps.
I don't think that's. I thought that originally. I don't think that super softs would get to the end. And even if they do, they're not going to be nice, are they?
I think they're going to catch him very quickly.
6.2 seconds now down to the top 2. Zom said, what do we do if I get promoted? We'll have no Zach junkie comms that make my heart. I have no idea what is happening with that. Not a clue. You need to speak to Pagani and Aaron about that. I have not a clue what's happening. I'd imagine City Posh will be going up, but as I say, all speculation. No idea. Not a clue. That's the thing. If I do go up, then there'll be no me and Carl comms. So I don't know how that's going to work with comms next season if I go up. I'm not sure if I'm going up. Not a clue.
I'm just waiting for the emojis for the cheering faces. Hold on, bear with me.
No, I've absolutely no idea. I might be seeing in GT2 next season, so you never know.
Evening, Unsafe. nothing surprising because this is FTRL and all the races are good. But I think you're just going to have to rewind it and watch it from the beginning, mate. We're not going to give anything away on here. If you can't turn up on time, fella, I mean, that's the way it is.
Right, the gap's down to 5.8 at the front. It's not close. They're not catching quick enough, are they? At the moment. But that highway at the end, I think, is going to cost Iggy. It's going to be close at the end. I think they might. It's going to be one of those where they might just catch them right at the end.
Yeah.
If they do, it's going to be close. Deluxe trying to get Lee to go down to GT2. I'm not sure how Lee would feel about that. And in fairness to Lee, Lee is quite a quick driver, to be fair. He's not like that Lamborghini. He's used to the kind of big muscle cars and Nissans and things like that. And because of the way the manufacturer's working that, he's had to join up with the Lamborghinis this season, so he's not like them. So Lee is a lot quicker than he's shown this season. I think everyone will agree with that. I don't think Lee's GT2 pace, to be honest. I wouldn't imagine anyway. Personally, what do you think, Carl?
I think he's just been very unlucky this season.
Yeah, T Smith and Rom are battling, which isn't going to be helping them in their battle with Iggy.
The thing is, if we go back to the car thing, not all cars suit everybody's driving style, and because we've only got balanced performance, the only thing you can do is put your brakes backwards or forwards, or your traction control. That's the only thing you can do. Simbo's just gone straight into Megatron, taking him out.
Oh.
He took a big old lunge from the back there.
Simmel's waiting for him, the look of it. Yeah.
He's waiting for him, yeah.
Good sportsmanship. Well done to them too.
Although it took a while for the pair of them to drive away, so I think Megatron was sticking his fingers up at him at the time.
Right, T Smith has got ahead of Rom. I saw that battle there. So he's managed to he's got ahead now. There's 5.3 seconds at the end of this lap. By the look of it, they're going to have 3 laps left. Just about. So it's going to be 3 laps. It's down to 5 seconds. The difference between fuel and the difference with tyres. My bet is T Smith's going to win this race. Putting it out there. Think T Smith will get Iggy on the last lap. But it's going to be tight. 4.8 now. 3 laps, 4.8. So he needs about 1.6 seconds every lap. We need to keep an eye on it. Rom's dropped off a little bit. Then we'll get Pagani in P4. There's a big old gap of 17 seconds now. So P4. The front 4 just depends what order, but the front 4 looks sorted in terms of being in the top 4.
Even if Iggy pitted, he'd still be top 4.
Yeah, exactly. Aaron's in P6. Fair play to Aaron here. Not done a lot of practice, and because of the strategy, his 2 stops worked out. He's in P6 at the moment. Because of that incident as well behind him, he's got a big old gap now. It's 5.8 seconds, so keep it clean.
And honestly, Bolt's tyres are on their way.
Aaron can even get dark ball here, by the way.
Yeah, he can. If Aaron just looks after his tyres, he's got, what, 4 laps?
It's probably going to be might only get another 1 or 2.
1 or 2 possible.
I think I've just said Point Blues just says Willie Tix dive bomb T Smith. If anyone doesn't know, Willie Tix was a bit of a reputable driver for it. He likes to dive bombs, Willie Tix.
He come back from way back, didn't he?
T Smith has got that gap down, but it's not enough. He's got 2 laps he's going to have, and it's 4 seconds.
If Darkbolt don't spin, I think he's going to hold on to a 5th place.
It's a good result from Darkbolt. As we say, we were talking about the GT, the luck asked about the GT2 boys this in GT1 this season. Darkbolt has come on in the last 2 weeks, leaps and bounds. He was really struggling in that car, and he's put a lot of time in. He's pulled out a couple of good results from that Group 3 car now, so he's managing to claw his way back up. That gap's at 3.8, so it's closed a second. So T Smith is going to need a monumental effort in these last 2 laps to catch up to Iggy.
I mean, I'm just watching Dart Bowl, and realistically, he's got a just under 7-second gap to Aaron. He's not going to catch Pagani. He's 17 seconds off. All he's got to do is make sure that he's nice and smooth.
Do you remember that thing I said about that barrier? Someone was going to hit it. Yeah. Lennon's just tapped it and lost the position to Artemis. I said someone was going to tap it. Lennon's done it. It's a battle between P9, between Blue Flag, Artemis. Well, Megatron and Simmel are still going at it in turn 1. Megatron on the outside, Simmel on the inside. Simmel's looks like he's got it, but Megatron's going to come back at him. He's got the inside for the next corner. Back up to P7. Come down the inside for the next corner. Simmel backs out. Difficult to overtake round that part, so there's no point. Back up to P7. Gap at the front, down to 3.3 seconds. There's only a lap left though. Iggy's holding it.
Yeah, they're going to get one more lap, aren't they?
It doesn't look likely that they're going to be able to catch him here. No, it's coming down, but it's nowhere near quick enough.
It's done enough, hasn't he?
It's been a hell of a performance by Iggy here.
That car is squirming around that last corner.
Deluxe Aston who's P1 in the championship. T Smith is P1 in the championship by a fair chunk. And because of the result in the first race, it's still going to be a fair chunk. Rom's tapped T Smith on the turn 1. I think he got caught out, but T Smith's braking there, to be honest. It's down to 2.8 at the front, but it's not coming down quick enough yet.
I don't want to get anyone excited here, but Rom is on the red for fuel.
No, Dartbolt's just crossed the line for P5. He's lucky he crossed the line for his fuel.
Yeah, that was good.
Aaron's got P6. Megatron's held off Simmel for P7. Simmel gets P8. Blue Flag's had a difficult race. He's looked down in P9. Artemis is P10. Lennon's P11. I think Lee will be glad to see the back of this Great Free Lambo, to be honest. He's down at P12. He's going to finish. Gap to the front is down to 2.6 seconds. Iggy's got enough fuel to get him to the end. He just needs to get round the final few corners, and he's done it. It's coming down at 2.4, but he's just about.
Oh, Rom, you're so low on fuel.
So's everyone, in fairness, but they've all got enough, I'd say.
But Rom is lower.
Oh, he is, in fairness.
If he can get round this corner, he's done it.
Iggy, T Smith and a tank slapper on the exit there. Iggy coming round to take another win in the Group 3 Championship. Absolutely fantastic performance by Iggy here. And a track that you wouldn't necessarily think that would be good for the Alpha, so he's done well.
Rob's taking a second.
T Smith has let him through. I think in return for letting T Smith go at Iggy, if you remember right, Ron was ahead of T Smith.
Yeah.
So I think in return for that, he's let him back through, which is a very nice gesture of him. So Iggy taking P1 there, so fantastic performance from Iggy there. To take what you would say is about a bit of a surprise result, considering the track.
There's your surprise, unsafe. There it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we didn't have him down for a win on that track.
We didn't even have him down for a podium on that track, to be honest.
No disrespect to Iggy at all.
That's the car. You wouldn't have expected it.
He's driven that, and he's deserved it. 100%.
Yeah, good strategy choice. Looked like the two-stop was a good choice there. Managed to get that car the win, so well done to him. So that's gonna still obviously going into the final week next week. We're gonna have the manufacturers, as long as the Vipers do not have a bit of a massacre in the last week, they should win the manufacturers, but can't tune in to see that. The title battle will go down to the last race. It'll be between T Smith and Iggy. I think the gap's going to be about 24 points, 23, 24 points. So not insurmountable. It's still up for grabs. And there's still obviously P2, P3, P4 and P5 up for grabs as well next week. I'll just get you the tracks for next week. I believe the Group 3 race is Bathurst. Cheers City Posh, she's just told us with a great comms there. So
GT1 calendar. Group 3 is blue, Bathurst, sorry, as I said, and Group 4 is Maggiore East. So one of the different versions, as GT2 boys did Maggiore West, I believe, this season, didn't we? So we'll get a different version for GT1 next week, and tune in for the final week of GT2 next week as well. We are at Brands Hatch on the Thursday for the Group 4, and the Group 3 we are at the Japanese circuit of Suzuka. Okay, so tune in for the final 2 weeks of GT Sport for GT1 and GT2 next week. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice night.